Welcome back. We're catching up with Matt Urim here on the second part of our first show back from Christmas. Let's turn our attention to the duel at Durant last Thursday. Conference foe Durant, we beat them 40-32, and then conference foe next year, Comanche, we beat them 45-27. One of the things that we've talked about here for the paper here this week was just the team effort. And taking matches to the third period, just staying in the match mentally too. It just seemed like the whole team was clicking.
Yeah, I talked to our guys about, after the dual meet about, the team effort that, that we've been looking for. We've talked about that all year, but after this duel, I commented to the guys that, this is what we're looking for, the kind of effort that they put in last Thursday night, and everybody contributed, whether if it was winning a match or getting bonus points when we could, or not giving up bonus points. Everybody pulled together, and definitely our best team effort of the year against Durant. Pretty solid team. They've got some real studs. Obviously, that dual meet, actually both dual meets against Durant and Comanche. Eric Lenz kind of sticks out as having a really great night individually. Defeated a ranked opponent in X-Line from Durant, and then another very solid opponent from Comanche that night. What's his name, Coach?
Jeremy Sorum.
Sorum, that's correct, yeah. Couple really good matches. Actually, Eric had a really good match earlier in the week on Tuesday against the English Valley kid who earlier in the year was ranked, and Eric beat him 8-4. So put together a real solid week last week. Probably one of the real bright spots right now for us is the way Eric's wrestling. So.
Against Durant, we started out 16-0 lead. Jordan Chalice had a major decision, and Stan Bro had a forfeit. Tanner Cook got it to him, and then it kind of went back and forth. Durant actually was ahead going into the final two matches. For us, however, that's Mitch Chapman and Cole Cook, and we stand pretty good chances there.
Right. Well, you mentioned Jordan and Andrew and Tanner, starting out, and obviously our upper weights are the strength of our lineup, right now. Jordan's been having a tremendous season. Andrew Stanbro is probably wrestling as well as anybody in the room right now. Just the way he's wrestling, moving, constantly wrestling in all positions, and really happy with the progress that he's made. And then Tanner Cook has really come on here after Christmas, really doing some things well, and he works hard all the time. So, so obviously we started that dual meet out good, but when it comes down to a close match, and you can pick one guy that you want to have out there for us, obviously that's going to be Cole Cook, and that dual meet came down to Cole out there for us, and he took care of business. Actually got off to a little bit of a sloppy start and got himself in trouble a little bit, but then workmanlike. If you've ever seen Cole wrestle, it's pretty much workmanlike all the time. He fought his way back in there and ended up dominating the match and scoring a pin for us. So.
Well, he's on his way to tech fall. I think he's on 17-8 at that point. Didn't look like he was going to stop there. So, Comanche, a team that we'll see next year, but they're going to just add to that strength of the conference next year. I mean, when you bring in Northeast, Bellevue, they'll have another year of their program under their belt. It's really going to make next year almost like the old EAC days in a way, with just depth and stuff. So
it's obviously going to make our conference. It's going to be a tough conference to be a conference champion in, that's for sure. So
didn't have much time to rest. You guys turn around and travel to Brooklyn. My old stomping grounds, I guess. It's kind of a nice little Friday match. You guys have gone there since I've been here, and the quantity of matches and usually quality of matches you guys get there. Finished off this stretch 3 wins, 1 loss, to bring the total for the last week 7 wins, 2 losses. Individual scores, we start out with a 48-18 loss to Davis County, beat BGM 42-24, beat Gilbert 49-22, and then North Scott JV, we beat them 39-33. In talking to you earlier this week as well, we now have 13 dual wins this year, which knocked on the door of the school record of 16. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't know, it's going to be kind of tough. Well, we don't have enough duels to reach that, and there's no reason why you guys can't shoot for as far as you guys can go.
Well, we're obviously happy with 13 dual meet wins is a good improvement over where we've been the last few years. So we're making progress, and talked about with the kids. Obviously, they should be proud of that, but not be satisfied. And there's still work to do, and there's still points that in some of those meets that we left off the mat and didn't score. So we want to keep getting better and keep improving, and I guess it gives us a goal for next year. So
you guys are fortunate enough here the last week, from what I understand, just seemed like the effort was there. Again, at BGM, kind of took you a while to get going. One of the pivotal matches you kind of alluded to earlier, Travis Wood against Gilbert, ended up getting a pin with 5:58. Not too many pins happened toward the end, but he that kind of turned things around.
Well, we started out kind of flat in the first 2 duels. I don't know if it was the fact that we wrestled so well the night before, and as a team, or if it was 3 meets in 3 nights in such a short 4 days or whatever. But we started out flat against Davis County, and they were a very solid team. So I'm not taking anything away from them. They just about every weight had a quality wrestler, and then against BGM, of course, we didn't match up with them well at all. Most of our big guns, if you want to call them that, did not get a match. So but we won the meet based on the number of forfeits that we received. But against Gilbert, it kind of started out kind of the same way. 145, we got Travis Wood in there. He's filling in last week for Alex Storjahan, who has a little injury, and Travis had wrestled pretty well against Davis County, and he was definitely in this match against Gilbert, but trailed, I think, pretty much the whole time, and just kept fighting, and that's, we tell our guys, this is why you wrestle for 6 minutes, he could have gave up after 5 minutes or whatever. He kept fighting, and he was down, he was on the bottom, needed a reversal basically to tie the match, which he got with about 5 seconds on the clock, and then he didn't stop there. He put the guy to his back and got the fall, like he said, at 5:58, and it really got us going as a team. It kind of gave us a spark. Clay Keller followed that matchup. Again, another guy that's filling in. We had to move a few guys around because of an injury, and Cole and Mitch moved up a weight. So we asked Clay to come out there and did a great job. Kept the ball rolling. Put his guy on his back and got a quick pin, and all of a sudden now our guys are pumped up, and we kind of rode that the rest of the night. So I give those guys a lot of credit, and I tell, this is why we tell all our guys, everybody needs to be ready to go. Whether you're the varsity starter, whether you're a backup role, everybody needs to be ready to go at any time. And those 2 guys, when we called on them, were able to do it, and really gave our team the spark we needed last Friday night to win those last 2 duels. So give those guys a lot of credit.
Well, wrestling till the full 6 minutes is a message they're probably going to hear more than this week. When you get into a conference meet, when you get into wrestle-back situations with sectionals and stuff, with districts, that effort can be the difference of moving on to districts or state again. We've seen it all over. So This week, we are fortunate enough, I think I started alluding to this earlier, but I didn't quite get it out. We have North Cedar and Wilton coming in tomorrow night. Wilton's a class of the conference, I would have to say. West Branch is up there too, but Wilton's really strong. And North Cedar, a rival, kind of a good way to end this week.
Well, it is the end of our dual meet season, and you know, I think we probably got the best team in the conference, at least right now, coming in. So they'll definitely be a challenge for us. But it'll be good. We need a challenge right here. You know, as we end our dual meet season and start looking at the tournament, you know, part of the season here, really, with sectionals and conference meet coming up next week. So some of these matchups tomorrow night will definitely have an effect on our conference seeding, you know, for conference tournaments. So some big matches. So, you know, I think our guys are ready to go and gonna go out there and hopefully lay it on the line. So,
well, that's it. We have Midland this Saturday, and then next week we'll have a conference tournament. So next week we'll come back and talk about tomorrow night Midland's tournament and look at the conference tournament, what you expect, where we might be able to score some points and how things go. So for head coach Matt Neer, my name is Ryan Stonebreaker. Until next week, we'll see you on the mat.